Hi everybody. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can achieve this Google Classroom, or Google Slides Classroom, or Bitmoji Classroom, or however you want to call it. We're all doing our best right now to get ourselves ready for online learning for however long this is going to be. So I'm trying to have as much fun with it as possible. And a few of you had reached out to me and told me that you really liked it. So I was hoping to help you guys have a little fun with it too, because we're going to be here for a while. So we might as well at least somewhat enjoy what we're doing when it comes to distance learning. So the point of this presentation is really to show you guys how to get something kind of like this with some tricks and tips and fun little things. And so, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so as you can see here, I'm on Google Slides. I would always recommend starting with the Google Slides as opposed to a PowerPoint, just because then it automatically saves as you go. You don't have to worry about it. And it also has amazing integrated apps and add-ons that I will show to you in this presentation. So I wanted to make sure that we are all starting here on Google Classrooms. On Google Slides. So as you can see here, I have a full little classroom here and with the date and all sorts of elements. So I want to show you how I started. Okay, so if you go to Teachers Pay Teachers, there are a bunch of different virtual editable classrooms that you can download for free. So I didn't create this completely from scratch because I'm all about working smarter, not harder. So you can see that this background is one of the ones that I used, including the rug. The website is here. The person who created this resource is Be Creative Teaching, so I used hers. I also used the calendar from the digital workshop. I used some of the elements from this Teaching with Mr. McDonald Bitmoji virtual classroom freebie, and also this one from Teaching Sped is My Jam on TPT. So I used a bunch of different elements to make sure that it was the kind of classroom that reflected mine and my co-teacher's classroom as much as possible. So I have a plant because my co-teacher loves plants. I have my Black Lives Matter t-shirt on because that's what I'd be wearing in the classroom. And we have it nice and colorful, but not too crazy because that's also how we like to have it in the classroom. So I kind of hodgepodged a bunch of those elements together. And once I did that, I had the background images. So the furniture elements and things like that. You can also do a quick Google search for Bitmoji classroom items or elements. And you can find furniture and frames and couches. You can really make it look however you want to. I want it to be sitting on the floor because that's usually what I am doing in my classroom. Some people prefer a desk or a couch or however you feel like most represents your teaching style. So this is what we decided to do. For our Bitmojis, we created Bitmojis on our phone with the Bitmoji app, but you can actually also add the Bitmoji for Chrome extension. And the great thing about Bitmoji for Chrome extension is that it offers an entire library of Bitmojis of your person doing things, and they're all right there for you to use. So for example, the sitting one, I just looked up pose. And there's me, I could be pointing or hiding or jumping. And if I wanted to look up for sitting, there I am. And what I did to use this is I just right-clicked, save the image. And once you save the image, I like to save all of them in a Bitmoji folder to keep everything organized. And I have all of mine and my co-teachers' Bitmoji saved here so I can use them in the classroom whenever we need to. So once you have that Bitmoji saved, you're going to go ahead to your Bitmoji classroom, and I'm actually going to create a blank slide, blankish slide, with the background so that I can show you guys how I would add in some of these elements. So here I would click Insert, and I would click Image, Upload from my computer, and I would go to that Bitmoji folder like I had showed you guys. And let's say I wanted to show myself standing and reading. So I would click this and open, and here she is. So now she's standing in my classroom. Let's pretend that I wanted to do this a little differently for one of the days. You can move her around. You can make her do all sorts of acrobatics if you wanted to. But for now, I'm just going to leave her there. Now, in the one that I had shown on our Instagram, I had shown that I had added a little audio because part of this online learning, what makes it so difficult is that it's harder to connect with our students, and I miss them. And I'm sure you guys do too if you're a teacher doing distance learning right now. So I wanted to give them a little bit of me in this because, yes, my Bitmoji's here, but it's still not me, right? So what I did is I installed this Chrome extension called Audio Voice Recording Web App. I like to use as many Google Chrome extensions as I can. I like everything to be as embedded as possible because I find it to be easier. But if you have a different way of recording your voice, then go for it. And what I did is I click MP3 and I click record. Once you do that, it will start recording you, simple as can be. You press stop, it's done, and you can click it to save it. So once I saved that, I went back over to my Google slide and back to that insert tab, and you click audio. Now, I have uploaded all of my recordings that I've made into my Google Drive. And I did this because the Google Slides will only allow you to upload from your drive. And also, I just like having everything on my drive anyways, just because then that way nothing's tied to a specific computer. I can get it from anywhere. So here's my message that I had recorded previously, and I selected it. I want to mess around with the audio here, for example, that they click it, that's when it starts, this is how loud it is, this is when it stops. You can do, all sorts of kind of fun things with that. And so you'll see down here, it's over here, because it just inserted wherever. You see this little play guy, little speaker. Where are you? And I'm going to make him a little bigger, so it's easier for me to move, and also so my kids can see it. And for fun, let me put it on the book, for example. So now when I go into presentation mode, and this is what the kids see when they go into presentation mode, they see it just like this. They know that they can click this, and they'll hear the message that I recorded. I have also done this on our calendar, for example, with our Days of the Week song, and I also did it with a weather one, which I took off for the presentation today. But the options are really endless with this, which is what's great. You can audio record yourself just having a message, or if there's something for speech and language you want to give your kids practicing hearing certain sounds or saying certain sounds, you can record yourself doing that. It's really great because honestly, like I said, the options are endless and you can do so much with it. And another fun tool, clickable in terms of Google Slides, is adding video. So last semester, I had recorded a bunch of my read-alouds for the kiddos, and I put them on our classroom YouTube. So what you can do here, let's say you wanted to upload one of those videos to play when they click a book. Instead of inserting a video, is you're going to insert a link. And actually, you don't even need to do insert. You can just click on wherever you want. So you see this little link button right here. You can also do Control-K. And I'm going to go, since I am doing our classroom, I'm going to have a video of actually us reading a book. So I'm going to pick the first one that I get, which is brick. I'm going to get that URL. I'm going to Control-C, copy it. I'm going to go back over here. Here's the link. Apply. And so now when they click, oopsies, do it here. When they hover over the books, there will be a link for them to press and watch a read aloud. If you wanted to make it so that there are little play buttons, a click button, so that my kids know where to click, what I would do is you would insert an image, and I'm just going to search for a play button on Google Images because it's easy, it's one and done. But if you have one specifically that you would like to use, then do that. So I'm going to look for play button. And I'm going to pick this one. And I'm going to click insert. So it's huge. I obviously don't need one that's that big, but let's just size it down really nice and small and put it right on top of this book. Okay. Then what I would do is I'm going to right click it, and actually, I'm not going to right click it. I lied. I'm going to insert a link. And here's where I'm going to put in a link for the YouTube of the video that I had picked before. So that way, when we're in presentation mode and the kids are looking at the Google Slides, they will go ahead and see all the things that are clickable once the slide is in front of them. And they'll have options as to which book they want to click. You could change these books. I've seen some people who have on their like bookshelf specific books that they're reading that week. So if you wanted to change out these books, you could absolutely do that. And then once you click it, let me move me really quickly so you can see it. Once you click this, that'll open to the video. I just clicked YouTube because I didn't have the link copied, but it'll go to whatever link you want it to be. So that's pretty much the ins and outs of this Google Classroom. What I think is really cool is you can add as much or as little as you want. So if you wanted them to be able to click on this and hear a little song, or click on this and hear an alphabet song, or whatever you wanted to do, you absolutely could. It makes it really easy to make it completely your own, which is what I really like about it. So yeah, that's kind of what we're working with in my Google Slides. Basically what I do when I'm ready for this to go live to my kids and to their parents, I file download, and I download it as a PDF. And when you download it as a PDF, actually it makes it clickable, which is great. And that does the whole thing for you. And you can upload that to your dojo so that way every day the kids know they can go to their Google Classroom to start the day. Here's where I link their independent work that they have to do for the day. That's not the live classrooms that we're doing. And so once they go to that, they can do that while the asynchronous learning is happening. So we have Zoom sessions every day, but when we're not doing that, they can come on here. There are some videos that they can watch, activities that they can do. Sorry, my internet's being slow because I'm recording, but there's things for the parents to look at. I'm really lucky. My district, my local District South team has created this amazing beginning of the year resources with all of this stuff in it. But you can truly link to anything that you want them to. If you had to do and you wanted them to link into a specific PBS learning game or any kind of learning module, you could absolutely do that. This is just what I'm looking to because it's what our district is doing. So I hope that's helpful. If you have any other questions about my classroom or anything else that I shared today or something that I didn't touch on, go ahead and leave a comment down below or hit me up on one of our social media accounts, and I will help you out as much as I can. Happy learning and good luck, you guys. We got this.